Prison cells with no mail. Yeah, I did that. Now lames hit my line steady asking for their chick back. Now I ain't with the chit chat. The bag I get that. Morgan made them visit so that bad. We gon' split that. I got you, baby. We gon' run through all this profit, baby.
Eesh. Okay. Yo, what is good, everybody? Why did I start off like that so high pitched? I don't know. I'm sorry. Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Slob on the Pod. I'm your host. Obviously, it's your boy Jordan. Let me just, let me get a sip of some Joe real quick. Oh shit, I'm spilled. Oh, I don't get it. Like, how come I liked iced coffee? By the way, when I took that drink right now, it was like cold coffee, but like not even room temperature coffee. Like, I'm talking like it gets past room temperature, gets a little colder. It's because I have the fans on. It's really hot. I'm sorry, I'm like really going fast. I'm just all over the place, right? Let me just start all over. Welcome everybody. Welcome to another episode of Solving the Pod. I'm by myself today. It's your boy Jordan. But yeah, so what I was saying was I have all these fans on, so it's like it's really fucking hot today. And I just found out by a good friend of mine that the reason that it's so hot in here is because this wall right here behind me is we share it with the garage. So he said probably more than likely they don't have good fucking what's it called, the insulation. Insulation's not that great. So because it gets so hot in there, this wall gets hot and it just radiates into this room, and it's a whole fucking mess. It never made sense to me either. Like, I thought about it. I was like, why did I put? I literally have a back room that technically I could have used as like the office / like studio, and then left this room as like just like a room that if people wanted to stay over, this is where they'd stay. But I don't know. I think I wanted to separate. I guess privacy. If someone stayed, we wouldn't be, because right across from my office is our like master bedroom, like our main room. So that I guess I didn't want to if people want to stay over and they just so happen to fuck in the guest bedroom that happens to be like 2 feet, a foot away from actually that's, what am I talking? That's probably like 3-4 feet. I was always bad at, like, if I saw something in the distance, I would just be like, that's far. But like if someone asked me like, yo, how many yards out do you think that is? I'd be like, way off every single time. I'm just terrible. My like depth perception isn't that great. That's terrible. Anyways, so yeah, it's probably like a good 3-4 feet from the office. And I guess if, like I said, if someone wanted to come over and they wanted to fuck, they can fuck in privacy in the back room. And that's totally fine with me, dude. This is mi casa, su casa. You know what I'm saying? You come in here. This is your place just as well as it is mine. Fucking have sex in here if you want. Eat my food. Turn on my grill. Barbecue my meat. My meat is your meat, dog. Like, you can't do that if you come to my house. What am I talking about? The fuck? If you come to my house, especially if I don't know you, you really think I'm gonna just let you eat my shit and fuck in my spare bedroom? No, people, I will not do that. Yo, shout out to my mom for getting me that coffee cup, by the way. I think it's like a vintage coffee cup. I don't know. She found it in some other old guy's. He was like a Charger fan, some old dude. That's the thing about old people too, especially me living in like the foothills. I'm surrounded by a lot of old people. So like, that's kind of a good thing, because then, dude, we go to Goodwill. They have the most vintage shit you've ever seen. And at this point, I don't know what it is. I don't know if back in the day no one just really gained weight. There's a few old, retired fat people, old fat people. Is that fat shaming? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry if that's fat shaming. There's a few people around here that are, over a little bit bigger than usual. And but there's most of these old people are like really like good. They look like they have good bodies for some weird reason, and they're all like nice and skinny. But anyway, so they usually have like, large, extra large, like vintage t-shirts. I've found some pretty dope stuff over there. And if you guys actually go back to my last episode with Cesar Partida, we actually talked about just the, the benefits of shopping at Goodwill, shopping on a balling on a budget, balling the benefits of balling on a budget. That's what that's called. But yeah, so going back to Goodwill. Oh yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Living around a lot of old people has its perks, its pros and its cons. Pro, we go to Goodwill, we find dope vintage stuff because a lot of these old people, you know, they grew up with, you know, and we're in an area where we get like people from all sorts of places, so it's cool. We find vintage, you know, baseball tees, football jerseys. That's probably like the closest thing I think I've found that I'm grateful for old people here up in the foothills for. And then the cons, obviously, are old people. So, I mean, do I have to say more? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're old. Just down the street right here, there's a lot of accidents. Coincidence? I think not. Actually, I should have said what I was gonna say and then said that. Let me start over. So yeah, there's down the street. There's a place where there's a lot of accidents usually, and it's usually comes out of an area where there's like the 55 and older homes, like the trailer parks for the old people. So, you know, coincidence? I think not. I'm pretty sure 99% of those accidents are either involve an old person, or it's the old person is the cause, or because they're old, that's the reason there was an accident. And I have no issue with old people driving. I think when you get that old, you have to kind of look yourself in the mirror and be like, dude, I can't drive no more. You know, like I don't know. And I'm guessing it's really tough, but that's why I'm really hoping as I get older, or when I get old, at that point I have like really good friends, or like when I have kids, hopefully like my kids really, really like me enough to actually want to take care of me when I get old. So luckily I'm still young, so I can work that plan to help myself out for later. Just, you you gotta be good to other people so they can be good to you. And I don't know if is it a selfish thing to say, but I don't know. You know, just doing something nice in hopes that, you know, you'll get something in return. I don't know. But I'm telling you, man, I'm all over the place with this one. And I like this. My plan today was just to record like an episode solo. But I think I'm going to record a few actually. Maybe change it up, you know, do one and then later on do another one and put these out throughout the weeks. That'd be cool. Maybe that's what I should do. I think I should try to do 2 to 3 podcasts a week. And I'm mainly just talking out loud right here. You guys can listen or not, but this is just like my plan I have in my head. And I figure it's better if you say things out. You know, real quick, talking about like, you know, thoughts in your mind and stuff. Did you know, I saw this on TikTok. Once again, TikTok's the shit, dude. I learned so much. I think I've learned so much on TikTok than I have like in all 12, 13 years of school I was in. I don't know how many years. I don't know how many years I was in, but I've learned so much on TikTok, and I just learned the other day that there's like I think only 42 or 43% of people can actually have like a voice in their head. Like, I thought it was a normal thing. I thought everyone was just walking around saying things in them to themselves without saying it out loud, like just in their head. And kind of, or having conversations in your head, which I know kind of sounds crazy right now, but I'm pretty sure like a lot of people that are listening are like, yeah, that happens to me too. But yeah, I saw that like a small percentage. I thought 43% was like a small percentage of people that have that voice in their head, because I thought everyone had it. And that's why. But now it makes sense why in movies when they say, you know, he talks to himself and he has conversations with himself, or like you can see that he's in deep thought with himself, and that's kind of like usually like a trait of like a weirdo or. God, dude, I always chugs too. I'm like, everything I drink, I do it in like I do it like too much. Like I do it too aggressively. I'm drinking like I'm fucking trying to chug a beer or something. It's weird. But what was I saying? I legit just spaced out now because I was just fucking drinking so much water. Son of a. That's another thing that's hard about doing these solo episodes is just that. Fucking if I forget my train of thought, then I'm fucked, and then it's only me, and so now I just sound stupid because now I just said a whole fucking I had a whole idea or a whole thought or whatever. I can't even remember what the point of the conversation that I was going with was, but I can't even go back and no one can help me and tell me like, oh, you were on this. So now I just leave you guys in like, now you guys are just like lost because you're like, what the fuck, like whatever I was talking about before, now you don't. I don't even know what I'm talking about. So I think it's a good time to just switch to something else. I apologize, guys. Like I said, this one actually just like kind of threw it together last minute. I threw some little questionnaire on Slob on the Pod or just someone, throw me some ideas, and I actually got a few, and I really appreciate it. Because times like this, it's like I have someone. So let's see. Let's just go through a few right here. Okay, so first off, David Dobrik. So I don't know if you guys know. Listen, it's a big story, so I'm trying to see how much time I have. So David Dobrik, I guess, recently is one of the unfortunate celebrities out here to get canceled. And from what I've gathered, and I feel so bad because I don't know the full story, and it's because like I'm not big into the whole. Damn, I must have been talking really low. Fuck, I just fixed it. Now if it sounds better, this is why. That's my fault. It's my fault on the audio engineering side of it. But yeah, so I really don't follow like YouTubers. I can't feed into the idea that there's that people. One, maybe I'm jealous. Two, I just can't believe that people are making these videos and getting rich and famous off them. Like I'm talking big time rich and famous. And not that I'm saying it's like a cheat code to like becoming famous quicker. I think it's fucking tough too. Like I'm not over here saying like anyone can do it. But there's people out there that post stuff and I'm like, anyone can do that. And either way, anyways, back to David Dobrik. So there's this whole story back in like 2013 or something, a while back. I guess he posted a vlog where they were hanging out with some girls in LA, and it was like him and like his little like vlog squad they call them, some of them. And there was one. There's a guy I've seen a few of his videos. His name's Dirty Dom. I didn't know he came from that. I kind of heard about him afterwards, and this was like just maybe last year on TikTok. But I guess he was part of their crew for a while. From what I heard, I think he like went to high school with David. I don't fucking know. These are all just videos and things I've seen on TikTok and like a podcast I listen to that they're for some reason balls deep into this. Like they really care about this. And it's not that I'm saying it's not a big thing. It's just they've been talking about it like for a few episodes now. I think just to bring awareness, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so apparently that this they all somehow worked up they somehow got more alcohol to get these girls that were with them drunk so they could make a funny vlog, and at the same time I guess that guy Dirty Dom was trying to get a threesome out of these girls, and there's probably like 5 or 6, so not obviously it was only 3 of them, or 2 participated, sorry, 2 and him. That's what a threesome is. I know that. But everyone kind of pitched in and like got, they all got, supposedly these people bought alcohol for these girls, so now everyone's to blame when really everyone, the main person is obviously Dirty Dom, but everyone else kind of participated in it. So everyone's been coming out with all these videos and they're making all these apology videos, which I for one I think is a mistake. Because I've seen within the past 2 years, you guys, I talk about cancel culture a lot only because it happens so much, and it's one of those things like it's kind of scary, especially when a lot of these people that are getting canceled are like your favorite comedians or your favorite actors or whatever, and whether they're true or not, it's just really hard to hear about it. So I just always it's also a very interesting thing of how like we can almost pinpoint when it first started, because this wasn't happening way before. Maybe a little bit here and there, but that was way more dramatic. Like it was like shit legit, like that stuff really happened. Now it's just like girls kind of coming out and saying stuff, and I'm not saying every girl that comes out is fucking just lying. I'm not saying that, but there has been a few cases where the girl ended up just made up some story or some bullshit just so she could be either be out there and get like some fame from it, or just to hope to get some settlement money. I don't know. But like I said, I'm not saying every girl that comes out is a liar. I'm just saying some of these cases that have already been proven and shown, there are a few where the girls were just saying stuff just to get something out of it. But obviously, this, I guess, wasn't the case. This actually did happen. And so everyone's kind of freaking out right now. And but so I don't know. It's really confusing because what I was going with this was one of my favorite comedians. He went through a whole cancel thing, and like literally as soon as it started coming out on the news and on Google and everything, he just went silent, stopped posting, stopped going and doing stand up. He said he has a podcast that I listen to that I love. He stopped doing that, and at the time I was really like, what, like it's when you think about it, whether it's true or not, in the time in the moment when all these allegations are coming out at people, you know, yeah, I know the word allegations. I feel like I've done enough research. That's the thing too I like about doing research for these topics that I talk about or doing this podcast is I feel like I'm getting smarter. I know I don't sound like it, but I feel like my conversation skills are getting better. I'm able to. I see certain words get used a lot, so I start to pick up on them, and I kind of throw that into my everyday vocabulary. So yeah, these allegations that were coming out. Let me get some water real quick. I'm not gonna forget this idea. Real quick, hold up. I need to take some. If anyone out there knows like of like some pill I can take. I feel like my memory's been a little foggy lately. So you know, and I don't know. I don't know what it could be. I'm eating better. I'm drinking less alcohol. Sort of. And I know to a lot of people, like, they're like, yeah, I just saw you drinking the other day. Yeah, but like compared to what I was before, trust me, like it's gotten better. Whether you believe me or not, I don't fucking care. I just thought I'd throw that out there. If you believe me, cool. If not, cool. But yeah, so going back to what I was saying. So one of my favorite comedians, he kind of went through this, and for a while, I didn't know what one would do, whether you know, they know 100% that they did not do this, like 110%, like what do you do? And for him, he, like I said, he just went away for a while, and which I guess at the time I was kind of like upset because, like I said, he was one of my favorite comedians. So it was like it was weird because it was like, if it's true, then it's really hard. Like, just imagine your favorite artist, whoever you guys are, like, if you guys are listening or watching, whoever your favorite artist is, music wise, your favorite actor. Just think about if these allegations came out about them, you know, about that they were talking to underage kids, or that they, you know, sexually assaulted someone, you know, fucking back in like the 90s or like the 2000s. And like, just imagine if that happened to your like favorite person. Like, it's really hard to, especially in the moment where it just happens, like you don't know if it's really true or not. Obviously when the time comes and everything's proven, it's like, no, he did this or she did this, then you can be like, you know, fuck that person. As much as I love them, I have to, you know, part ways with their work or whatever it is. But like, in the moment when these are just allegations, or not something no one knows if they're true or not, it's just something that someone came out with and said or whatever, his word against her word, his word against his word, her word against her word. You know, there's so many ways we can go with that. I'm just going to leave that at that. But yeah, so I don't, so like, it's just really hard because, like I said, when it first happens, it's one of those things that you don't want it to be true, obviously, duh. But like, I think then you start preparing yourself, and I know this probably sounds dramatic because it's like really over someone. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of us are invested in a lot of, you know, certain music makes us feel a certain way. So we're invested in those artists because maybe they have a backstory that we know about, that everyone, you know, becomes close with. Same thing with comedians. The more I listen to podcasts with them, the more I get an inside kind of backstory on them, to where it's like not just these funny guys, you know, it's these people that actually have lives, you know, and families and just the things they go through on a daily basis, because they're fucking comedians. So when you meet a comedian, you just expect them you expect them just to be funny 100% of the time, but you forget that like they also have emotions and they go through things that we go through. But I guess damn, that's crazy. I'm fucking just unlocking like new fucking ideas in my head. That's like it's a dark way to put it, but it's also it's true. Like comedians, you know, when people see him, they always have to be funny. They always have to be happy and smiling and doing something to be funny, because that's what people see and that's what people, watch, and that's why they listen to them, because they're funny. But then when you get times where the comedians are serious, then you're kind of like, what the fuck is this? Like who is this guy? Why are you so depressed? Like, and I feel like then if you're a comedian, you kind of feel like you can't have emotions other than being happy, because then, you lose fans or whatever when people start seeing the real you. But I see it a different way. I get invested in some of these comedians, and, I listen to their podcasts as soon as they come out. Like, I like to hear about them. It's really interesting to me too. And so I start to realize, they're just normal people too. But when that happened with Chris D'Elia, like I said, oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sorry. It's kind of public, so I didn't want to say his name at first, but I forget. It's like all over the place. He talks about it openly, and I'm not trying to, throw some salt in some old wounds. I'm just trying to get you guys to understand what I'm going with this. But what he did, like I said, was just went away for a while and didn't post anything, didn't talk about anything. No one heard from him. Obviously, he talked to like his close friends or whatever. They knew he was doing okay. So then when he finally came out with, like his apology, like little video he made, and then he came out with his first podcast that he hadn't done like almost a year and a half, almost maybe. And he kind of just kept going with it, and every now and then, if you really know what's going on, the story. Like you'll if you listen to his podcast, you catch little things he says. Like I don't know, like he'll like make little references to things he's done wrong, or or he'll hit like my favorite is when he's talking about like his sponsors used to have, and he's like, I should get so and so to sponsor me. He's like, oh yeah, that's right. And like he just says that, and it's like why he can't get sponsored right now, because no companies want to be associated with him, and like his past that he has as of right now, it's still kind of fresh, I guess, to them. So he talks about this. So it's not like so it's Chris D'Elia, guys. But and then I heard another podcast where this guy said his father was a police officer. So he asked him, being I guess he's not a lawyer or anything, but he he knows the judicial system, and or somewhat of it, and I hope he does. He's a cop, and so he asked him like, what does someone do in this situation? And he legit said, he's like, and what Chris D'Elia did was perfect, because he legit said, all you have to do, you go away for a while, you go away for you whatever you normally do, as far as like your job. Like if you did stand up, for instance, you stop doing stand up, you stop doing videos, you stop doing podcasts, you stop posting on social media, especially like all that stuff, and you in hopes that people just forget about it. And in a sense, that's kind of what happened with Chris, because like he came back, and if I'm not mistaken, it was a bunch of like, so there was like a lot of things that came out about him, and then it was like, yes, this was true, no, this wasn't. So it was like, okay, well, a lot of things you guys are saying weren't true. And secondly, like there was things he still did wrong. So it was really hard. It was like he did good, but he did bad. Or, I mean, he didn't do it, and then he did do it, and I don't know. And I guess I don't know what the outcome was. I don't know what else is like going to happen of this, but I mean, he kind of just came back, talked about it a little bit, jumped into his podcast, and just went back to his normal comedy self. But like I said, when you listen to his podcast, he talks about it. Man, what the fuck, dude? I'm over here trying to make my podcast blow up. I'm over here just passing people on to another one. But that's not me, dude. I'm not trying to hog everyone. Like, I truly believe if you like this one, you can like that one and that one. It's like when people, like when you're younger, like you can only have one best friend. It doesn't make any fucking sense. So I'm supposed to trust this one person, or I'm supposed to that's supposed to be my best friend. That one person, that's so hard, dude. It's like when they ask you, like, if you could pick one meal for the rest of your life, what would you eat? Like, what would that meal be? Like, what the fuck? Can I at least have 3? If it's gonna be for the rest of my life, can I have like 3 best, like my favorite meals? That way I can switch it up every now and then. That way I don't get fucking tired and just off myself on this island that I'm stranded on. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that I'm stranded on an island, and for some reason people know I'm stranded. This is all just a scenario, and they know I'm stranded, and so I for some reason have to stay there on this island. And so once a week they fly over the island and they drop boxes or bags of food, and then that's what it is. Those 3 meals that I have to eat. So that's why, yeah. So it's kind of like that. It's very, very similar to something like that. I can't wait to edit this, because then when I'm like, what the fuck was I talking about? I might not even post this one. I feel like I should. I feel like I want to have like secret, like not secret, like like episodes I do that never get put out. You know, maybe like whenever I pass away, like then we can release them. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Like the archives of myself. That'd be kind of cool, you know. And I'm not saying like I'm gonna, you know. I'm just saying like for like my family or like my close friends, you know, because I think it'd be some stuff that like I don't want out in public, maybe, because then you know, because I can't be who I want to be. I can't say the things I want to say because cancel culture, people, it happens. I'm gonna get canceled before I even get big. But so yeah, so this like I'm smart when I do these. I feel like I'm smart enough. Like I feel like I can say certain things, but I feel and I hope that I'm fucking hitting like the line where like, okay, dude, like you might want to watch what you say, but then sometimes I say stuff and I'm like, I think I'm fine, you know. And what I'm saying by that is I might say some fucked up stuff, but I think a lot of you people that listen at this point, you know my humor and you know I don't fucking mean like I mean. This fucking 99% of this is a joke. This podcast is a joke. You know? But we're still chugging along. We're still going. We're on like episode 37. I say like every time, like if I don't know, and I do know, because it's fucking embedded in my brain how many episodes I have, because it's fucking, it means something to me, you know? I fucking love it, man. That's another thing too. I've been wanting to make this video, but dude, like I just gotta, you know, I'm probably gonna wrap up right now, but just real quick, there's so many people. I mean, on top of the people that I've brought onto the show and that have let me bring them on, knowing, and it's funny because like, I've sometimes certain people I bring on, I have to let them know, hey, you know, I feel like certain things we can't talk about because of the person, you know, they are, as well as like, you know, where they work or whatever, you know, they have their image, and I would hate to ruin their image. And I'm glad that they allow me to put them on the show and still be myself with them, say the jokes I do. And so I thank everyone that's been on this show and has heard me say some bullshit come out of my mouth or some stupid stuff come out of my mouth. And they are like, that's fine. Like, you know. You're not. I wasn't offended by it. So I appreciate everyone that's been on the show. Because of you guys have given me episodes, and you guys have given me content to put out. And I love every one of you. I love everyone that comments and messages me. I mean, today I'm not gonna lie. There's times I post stuff like questions or give me ideas of stuff, and no one really says anything. It's not a big deal. I do that. I've seen people's stuff. And just at the moment, you know, I can't think of anything to write, so I just don't put it. I don't have any bad intentions. Like I don't want to help them. It's just at the moment I can't do it, and then you know, it's just that's all it is. So I understand. Sometimes it happens to you guys, or maybe you just don't want to fucking, you know, you're just like fuck his podcast, you know. And then I don't care. It's cool, dude. Like do what you gotta do. You know, if you don't like it, that's cool, dude. But hey, if you follow me, thanks. If you don't listen to me and you follow me, thanks. I appreciate that. I appreciate a subscription. I appreciate when you subscribe to my YouTube, which is, I don't know if I should do that more often. I was thinking about that. I don't say that much. I don't like the whole like subscribe, like, comment. I don't know. That sounds really corny to me. And I also don't feel like I want to tell you guys what to do. So if you feel like you want to subscribe, if you like, you know, these episodes, if you like the guests I bring on, if you like our conversation, if you like the vibe I give off, if I give off positive vibes to you, and I'm not sus, you know, give me a subscribe to my channel, like that. Thank you, everyone. Once again, thank you for everyone that has participated in anything I've ever fucking put out. And there's so many people I could thank right now, and I'm not going to, because maybe they don't want recognition, maybe they do, I don't know, but in a respectful way, I'm not going to. But thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching right now. I can't wait to see who I get on next, and I have some big people coming on next. I know I do. I'm very excited. I just don't want to say anything yet, but it's all in the works. It's all in the works. And this is good. But I am out. It's 2:50. I really hope this audio comes out great. I should have just put my old headphones on. I don't fucking know. This was episode 37 of Slob on the Pod.
call, plus she be sending them cash apps. Fast track to the cash, I'm addicted to it. They talking Nike checks, I ain't trying to listen to it. Nope.